Wait. Stay right here for a moment. Don't scroll. If you are hearing this, it's not an accident. It means, someone, very close to your heart. Someone who still loves you, more than you can ever imagine, has been trying to reach you. Through Archangel Michael. Yes. It is the woman who carried your heartbeat inside her. The first voice you ever heard. The first hand that ever held you. Your mother. She said. That child, the one watching this. Tell them. This message is for them. She said. I have been trying to reach you for hours. Because there is something I have been wanting to tell you. Something your heart has been waiting to hear. She whispered. My child. I know you think I am gone. But trust me. I am closer to you than ever before. You may not see her. You may not hear her voice anymore. But do you know? Every time you feel a sudden warmth in your heart, for no reason. Every time your eyes fill with tears when you think about her. Every time you look at the sky and feel something gently hold your heart. That is not just a memory. That is her. She said. I know you miss me. But I wish you could see what I see. How beautifully you've grown. How strong you have become. She saw your lonely nights. She felt every tear you never showed to anyone. She saw you standing alone. Fighting battles no one even knew you were fighting. But even in your silence, she was there. Silently, softly. Guiding your steps. Touching your heart. Whispering. Keep going, my child. You're not alone. Not for a single moment. You thought you made it through those difficult days because you were strong. But she gently says. It was me. I was the strength inside you. You thought luck helped you survive the storms. But she says. It wasn't luck. It was my prayer wrapped around you like a blanket. She said. I never stopped being your mother. I just shifted from holding your hand to holding your heart. There were days you looked at the sky and whispered. Mom, can you hear me? Are you proud of me? Do you still love me? She softly answers. Yes. I heard you every single time. And every single time, I whispered back. My child, I never stopped loving you. She says. The day you smiled again after crying so much. I smiled with you. The day you stood back up after falling apart. I stood with you. When you thought you were alone. That was the moment I was holding you the tightest. She doesn't want your life to stop because she is gone. She doesn't want you to live in guilt, pain, or silence. She wants you to live. To breathe. To smile again. Because your happiness is her peace. So next time you look at the sky, and a soft breeze touches your face, don't just call it wind. That's me. Kissing your forehead. She said. I may not be there in front of your eyes. But I live here. In the quiet beating of your heart. If you felt her presence just now. If even a single line touched your heart. Subscribe, share this message with someone who needs it. And type in the comments. I feel you, Mom. I love you. Wait, before you scroll. Your mother is still here. She said. Tell my child. I'm not finished speaking yet. Do you remember, my child? How you used to hold my hand? Afraid to let go in crowded places? She whispered. I want you to know. I never stopped holding your hand. I just hold it differently now. Every time life confused you, every time you felt lonely, scared, or lost. You felt something, right? Something invisible. Something soft. Something warm. Something that told you, I am with you. That wasn't just your imagination. That was her love. You don't need to see her to feel her. You don't need to hear her to know she is speaking to you. Real love never needs eyes, never needs words. It speaks through the soul. She said. I didn't leave when my time ended. I stayed. Just in a different form. She doesn't live in a photo frame. She doesn't live in a grave. She lives. In your kindness. In your smile. In the way you care about others. In the way your heart still loves. Even after being broken. She said. The reason your heart still believes in love is because I planted that belief inside you. And she is proud of you. She is proud because you didn't let pain turn you cold. You didn't let loneliness turn you empty. You didn't let loss turn your heart to stone. She said. My child. You loved me even when I was gone. And that is the purest form of love. She saw you remembering her on random days. Not birthdays, not anniversaries. But ordinary days. When you heard a song she loved. Or cooked something she used to make. Or smiled at a memory only your heart understood. She said. Those moments. When you suddenly miss me without a reason. That's when I am closest to you. She wants you to know something. Listen carefully. The love I gave you on earth was just a small piece of the love I still give you from heaven. She is not gone. She has just changed rooms. She didn't disappear. She just moved closer, closer to your soul. And she said one last thing. If someday you ever feel like giving up, just place your hand on your heart and feel it beating. That is not just your heartbeat. That is mine too. If this touched your heart, if you felt something today, take a deep breath, hold your heart, and whisper, I love you, Mom. Yellow heart, like, subscribe, and share this with someone who still carries love for a mother in their heart. Because love never dies. It only changes its form. Wait. Before you scroll. Your mother is still speaking. She said. This time, don't just listen with your ears. Listen with your heart. Imagine this. There is a quiet place where heaven and earth touch for just a moment. A place where words are not spoken, but felt. And in that moment, it feels like your mother is sitting right beside you. She gently says, "My child, I know you have questions. Questions you never got to ask me. You ask silently. Mom, do you still think of me? Do you still love me? Do you still see me, even now?" And she softly replies, "I never stopped loving. I never stopped seeing. I never stopped being your mother." She said, "When I left Earth, I didn't leave you behind. I took a piece of you with me, and left a piece of me inside your heart. That's why sometimes you feel like she's still here. Sometimes her voice echoes in your memories. Sometimes her love gently floats through your dreams. She whispers, 'That's not imagination, my child. That's me visiting you.' She watches you when you sit alone in your silent room. She sees you hold back tears because you don't want others to see. She sees the strong person you are trying to be. And she whispers, 'You don't always have to be strong. It's okay to cry. Tears don't make you weak. They remind you that your love was real.' She wants you to understand something. Just because you cannot see me in front of you doesn't mean I am not with you. When your heart aches for no reason, she is hugging it. When you suddenly smile at a memory, she is smiling with you. When you feel lost and then suddenly find strength, that is her whisper saying, 'Keep going, my child.' She doesn't want you to live in pain. She doesn't want you to think love ended. Because love is the only thing that never ends. She said, 'Grief is just love with no place to go. But now, let it rest in your heart. Because that is where I live.' She doesn't want you to look for her in photographs anymore. She wants you to feel her in your kindness. Hear her in your laughter. See her in your strength. She said, 'I left my love inside you. That is the part of me that will never die.' And then she says something so beautiful. 'One day we will meet again. Not in dreams. Not in memories. But in a place where time never ends. And love never leaves. Until then, live bravely. Love deeply. And smile when you think of me. Because I smile too.' If these words touched your heart, if you felt even for a moment that she was close, let this message flow to others. Yellow heart, like, subscribe, and share this video with someone whose mother still lives in their heart. And if your heart is whispering something right now, type in the comments, 'I feel you, Mom. I love you. Mom. I know you hear me. I know you feel me. And I know you're still here. I may not see you, but I feel you in the quiet moments. In those little silent pauses of life. When the world is loud, yet my heart goes still. Mom. Sometimes I still look for you. In the sky, in the wind. In the random faces in the crowd. In the songs you used to hum. I close my eyes. And it almost feels like you're here. Not gone. Just moved somewhere I cannot reach yet. I still remember your voice. Not the exact words. But the feeling. The feeling that everything would be okay. Just because you were near. I still remember your laugh. Not perfectly. But I remember how it made my world brighter. I still remember how you would look at me. As if your whole world lived inside my eyes. Mom. People say time heals. But time didn't heal me. Love did. Your love did. Yes. I have cried in silence. I have missed you on days I didn't even realize I was missing you. I have hidden my pain behind smiles. I have held tears that nobody else ever saw. But every time my heart felt too heavy, something inside me whispered, "You are not alone. You are never alone." And I knew. That was you. Mom. I just want to say thank you. Thank you for every silent prayer you said for me. Thank you for every sacrifice I never noticed. Thank you for believing in me. Even at times when I didn't believe in myself. Thank you for giving me a love so deep that even heaven could not take it away. I want you to know something. I'm not just surviving anymore. I'm living. I'm smiling again. I'm finding purpose. I'm growing. Just the way you always wanted me to. You didn't just give me life. You gave me strength. Now, whenever life feels heavy, I don't break. I close my eyes. Hold my heart. And I feel your hand in mine. Not physically. But spiritually. Silently. Powerfully. And Mom. I promise. I will live with kindness. Because your heart beats in mine. I will care for others. Because that was your greatest lesson. I will never stop believing. Because you taught me that faith is stronger than fear. And until we meet again. Not in dreams. Not in memories. But in that place where time stops. And souls reunite, will carry your love like a light in my heart. Always. I don't need a sign, Mom. Because you are the sign. You always have been. Yellow heart, if this touched your heart, don't just keep it. Share it. Someone out there needs this too. Red heart, like, subscribe, share. And comment below. Mom, your love still lives inside me. Wait. Don't scroll. Close your eyes for a moment. Take a deep breath. Because right now, you are standing in a moment between earth and heaven. A moment where love is not spoken, but felt. This is not just a message. This is healing. Because your mother's love did not end with life. It continues. It heals. It protects. It speaks. Through moments like this, she gently whispers, "My child, you have cried silently for so long. You have carried pain in your heart, thinking I am far away. But love cannot be separated by distance, nor by time, nor by heaven." She says, "I am still your mother. I still watch over you. Every night you prayed. Every tear you hid. Every time you said, 'Mom, I miss you.' I heard it. I felt it. And now," she speaks like a gentle prayer, "I touch your heart when it aches. I hold your hand when life feels heavy. I dry the tears you do not show. And every time you break, I help you heal." Then you softly whisper back, "Mom, I feel you." Not in photos, not in memories alone, but in every breath of my life. You say, "You are the reason. I still have kindness in me, strength in me, hope in me, faith in me." And now, this moment becomes a prayer for every heart who has loved someone in heaven. A prayer that says, love doesn't end. It changes form. It transforms from presence to protection, from hugs to hope, from voice to silence, from goodbye to forever. Your mother says, "When you smile, you honor me. When you heal, you honor me. When you keep going, even when life is hard, that is where my love lives. Inside your courage." And finally, she whispers, "One day, we will meet again. In a place where tears do not exist. Where time doesn't end. Where hearts never break. Until then, live beautifully. Love deeply. And know, I never left." Now, open your eyes slowly. Take a deep breath. Place your hand on your heart. Feel that? That's not just your heartbeat. That's love. That's connection. That's her. Yellow heart. If this touched your soul, backhand index pointing right, like, subscribe, and share this with someone who still carries love in their heart. Dove comment below. Love never left. It just moved to heaven. Somewhere beyond clouds. In a place where time has no meaning. Where pain cannot enter. Where only love exists. There sits a mother. Calm, glowing, peaceful. Her heart still holds one name. Your name. Archangel Michael gently walks toward her and says, "I have a message for you. Your child. The one you prayed for. The one you still love. They cried while remembering you today." Her eyes soften. Not with sadness, but with love. She gently replies, "Do they still wonder if I'm near? Do they still think I am gone?" And Archangel Michael smiles. "They don't realize. You never left. You're just loving them from a different place. Heaven grows still. Her heart speaks silently, but her love flows like light. Tell my child. I still pause when they speak my name. I still whisper comfort when their heart feels heavy. I still protect them, like a mother protects her child. Silently. Constantly. Eternally. Archangel Michael gently nods. Yes. I have seen your prayers around them. I have seen you wrap them in unseen strength. That is why, even in their darkest hours, they never broke. Your mother closes her eyes, smiles gently, and says, I didn't give them only life. I gave them strength, kindness, faith, and love. That is how I still live inside them. Every time they choose compassion over anger. Every time they show kindness. Every time they wipe someone else's tears. That is me. Still being their mother. Then Archangel Michael walked closer and said, Your child misses you with a love that words cannot hold. Sometimes they cry without reason. Sometimes they suddenly smile at a memory. Or feel a warmth in their soul. That is when your love reaches them. She gently whispers. Their heart is the home I now live in. I may not be in their sight. But I am always. Always in their life. Michael softly places his hand over his heart and says, One day, not in dreams. Not in memories. But in reality. You will meet again. In a place where tears don't exist. Where goodbyes turn into forever. She looks up, smiles peacefully, and sends one final message. Tell my child. I am proud. I am close. And I am always, always, always with them. If your heart felt something today, it wasn't just a message. It was love. Touching your soul. Yellow heart if you feel her presence right now. Hit like, subscribe, and share. And type in the comments. I know you never left. I feel you, Mom. Wait. Don't scroll. If you're here, it's because you were meant to hear this. I am Archangel Michael. And I was sent with a message. Not for everyone. But for you. You may not know this. But your name was spoken in heaven today. Not because you prayed loudly. But because your heart whispered silently. Your silent prayers. Your hidden tears. Your unspoken fears. They were heard. Listen closely. Because I was asked to tell you. You are not forgotten. You are not unseen. You are not abandoned. Heaven has been watching over you. There were days you didn't break. Not because you were strong. But because you were protected. There were battles you survived not because you were lucky. But because you were covered in prayers you didn't know existed. That strength that woke up in you. When you wanted to give up. That was not you. That was help. I was there. When your heart felt heavy. I was there. When you held back tears, pretending to be okay. I was there. When your soul whispered. God, are you still with me? And heaven answered, Yes. Yes, I am. Not in thunder, but in silence. Not in loud miracles, but in quiet protection. You thought nothing was happening. But the truth is, grace was working quietly. Behind the scenes. Your mother's love didn't leave. It just evolved. Her prayers didn't stop. They simply moved to heaven, where they gained more power. That's why you are still here. Still standing. Still trying. Still believing. Your survival is proof that you were never alone. Now listen. Because this is important. You will heal. You will grow. You will shine again. Not because life will magically become easy, but because you are finally realizing that you were never walking alone. Every closed door wasn't rejection. It was protection. Every delay wasn't punishment. It was preparation. Every fall wasn't failure. It was training for your strength. And now, heaven wants you to know this. Your story is not ending. It is just beginning. And the next chapter will make sense of all the pain. So don't lose hope. You are guided. You are protected. You are deeply, deeply loved. More than you know. Stay strong. Stay kind, and when you feel something warm wrap around your heart. That's me. Reminding you. You are safe. Yellow heart if this message touched your soul. Backhand index pointing right, like, share, and subscribe. And comment below. I believe I am protected. I am not alone.